Alright, so this is the mirror tutorial. I'm going to show you how to use the mirror tool to reflect things across a plane or a line in Inventor. So you can do this for 2D or for 3D objects. So I'm going to open up Inventor, start a new part, start a sketch. And on this first one, I'm going to try and use the XY plane here. And I'm going to use, let's say for this first one, I'm going to just learn how to create a reflection of something across a line. So I'm going to say line tool, and just as an example, I'm going to make a face here, just a really simple face like this. We've got an eye like that. Make an arc. Maybe half of a nose here, like that. Awesome. So I've got this profile here that I want to reflect across the line. So I'm going to go up here to the, first I'm going to make sure I've got a line that's drawn in the middle. It looks like I've already got that. This line is going to be the symmetry, or the point of symmetry that we're going to reflect this across. So kind of like that craft experiment or that craft activity where you paint half of a butterfly and then fold it over and then unfold it. That's essentially what we're going to do. So I'm going to click Mirror Tool, highlight everything, select the mirror line. Once you get this plus marker on my cursor, it's asking me to identify the line I want to reflect things across. I'll click there, click Apply, and then Done. And then I get this face that goes across like that. So that's how you do it with a 2D sketch. You can go ahead and hit finish, and that will be that for this one. So let's go on to the next one. So File, New, Standard Part, Create. So we hit Start 2D Sketch. On this one, I'm going to use the XY plane again, and I'm going to use my rectangle tool, and I'm going to make a hinge. Is kind of the idea here. I'm going to make like a hinge for bolts and stuff, or a bolt mount. And I'm not going to worry too much about my measurements. I'm just going to make sure that they're kind of realistic. So here to here, let's make that 1 inch. Maybe make this half an inch. And I'll make this 1/4 of an inch, like that. So, and then maybe the height here as well. Let's make that 0.75. So click OK. So I've got this kind of a block thing, and I'm going to extrude this and that like that. Mine's defaulted to 1 inch. I'm going to make it half an inch instead. 0.75. Let's try that. 0.75. And then once I've got that, I can go ahead and I'm going to draw a new sketch on this surface right here. And I'm going to put a little hole right in the middle. You can just kind of guesstimate wherever the middle is, and then use your dimension tool to get it right in the middle. So this one's 0.375, and then this is also 0.375, and then I'm going to make my diameter here, let's say 0.25, so it's pretty small. I'll click Finish, and then Extrude. I'll cut all the way through it. I can flip the direction like this. Click OK. So I've got that right there, which is awesome. So that's cut through. Now I'm going to use my chamfer tool. So I'm going to do what's called I'm going to make a countersink in this right here. And I've got mine at 0.125. You can do it at whatever makes it look good. But about there is probably what you want. Looks good. And then if I wanted to, I could add my fillet tool. I could put a fillet there, maybe one on the other side here. Bring it in. Do that if I wanted. Looks good. And yeah, I think that's good. So now I'm going to go up to my mirror tool. And this time we're not going to mirror across the line, but we're going to use a plane. So you can mirror across anything that's any flat surfaces. So I'm going to say mirror. And then I'm going to select my object, and I'm going to hit my mirror plane, and I'll click this backside right here. And I'm going to show you this. Well, the way I've got it set up right now is actually incorrect. I'm going to show you why. But it's going to miss a lot of things here. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to be super disappointed because it missed the hole, the chamfer, and the fillet. So I can hit undo, and what I can do to fix that is I can hit mirror tool, and then I can select everything individually. So the whole overall shape, the inside part there, the fillet, and the hole, and then define my mirror plane like that. Click OK, and that will do all of it. Another option is to do the mirror tool, and I can just select all of these things in the browser over here. So I can go boom, 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 and then define the plane. Click OK, I've got it. And then the easiest option, if you want to get everything quickly, I just click this right here and it says mirror solids. So it's the whole thing, mirror plane, and done. I've got it. So there would be like a hinge or a bolt mount or something like that. Okay, so last but not least, we'll do a hammer. I'm going to say File, New, Standard Part, Create, and I'm going to start with a sketch. And on this one, I want to make kind of a cool chamfered look. So I'm going to go down to my polygon tool and I'm going to select a hexagon, so 6 points. Actually, let's make it an octagon. We'll go 8. And I'm going to click here and click that. I can make this vertical right here, horizontal to make sure it's flat like that. Use my dimension tool. Click here and here, and I'm going to make this 2 inches. So from top to bottom, and click Finish Sketch. And then I'm going to extrude right there, and I'm going to make it come out, let's say 2 inches. That looks good. So I've got this the shape going on right here, and on the back side, I'm going to draw. Start a new sketch. I'm going to make a little square. Polygon, rectangle, center, 2-point center. And I'm going to make this, we could make it the same size. So let's go 2 inches by 2. So 2, tab 2, enter. Finish sketch. I'll extrude this out, not 2 inches, but 1. And I'll say OK. So I've kind of got this shape here going on. So I've got this part sticking out and this center block. I can add some chamfers in here to make it look cool. Let's go chamfer, and I'm going to make these ones pretty small around the nose. Like that. I can go farther in if I really wanted to, but I'm going to try and keep this looking as realistic as I can. So that looks good. I'll click OK. Well, let's click OK. Pretty sweet. And then I could do the same thing to these other corners if I wanted. Hit chamfer here, 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 and here. I can do that. That looks good. I'll say OK. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my mirror tool. And I'm just going to mirror the whole thing. So I'm going to say mirror solids, select the face right here, click OK. And boom, I've made a pretty mean sledgehammer, at least the head of it anyway. So underneath, if I go down to the bottom, I can start 2D sketch on the bottom, and draw a circle. And I'm not sure where the middle is of this, so I'm going to do my best to just kind of guess. And I'm going to make an inch in diameter. I'm going to position this 3 inches from the edge. I'll say 3, enter, and then let's see, from here to here should be 1 inch. Looks like it's already got that, so I'll say check. Looks good. So I'll say finish sketch, and then I will extrude this as far as I want. So if I want to make it like a blacksmith's hammer, it can be like a foot. If I want to make it a a sledgehammer. It can be even longer. I think just for kicks, I'm going to make it 16 inches, so it's more of a, well, 16 is pretty big. Let's make that smaller. Let's go over 12. Nope, not 123, 12. And I'll say OK. Cool. So I've got my hammer right there. I can change this, the materials. If I go up here and change it from default to, let's say, expanded metal. That's kind of cool. It's kind of a wireframe, like galvanized. So you can zoom in and kind of see it looks like that. I can select just parts of it. So I can make the handle something. I can make that gunmetal. Whatever I like. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, so once you get all three of those parts done, you can submit them and call it a day. So that's it. You did it. Good job.